Joining me once again is retired teenager Allie Payne, our resident expert on all things to do with teens and parents. Welcome back to the show, Allie.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
So we're going to continue on about talking about kids and school, teens and school more specifically, obviously, because this is really just a huge thing this year. There's nothing normal about it. And you really wanted to talk about motivation in particular with teens.
Yeah. I think that it's tough for us as parents to watch our kids struggle in this, for one, for sure. The problem is when we think we are constantly motivating them, we're nagging. Okay, so let's just call a spade a spade. In teen language, that's get off my back. I don't need another monkey on my back. So here's what I'd like motivating to look like, because motivation, scientifically proven, it is internal. It doesn't come from anything external. What I want you to help your teenager do is decide to do their best every day. Be their best to do their best. That's it. Because that is where the greatest source of confidence, self-esteem, knowing their worth, that is where it's going to come from. Now, there's probably an example in their life where they already gave something their all, did really well, and felt really proud. So anchor that in for them. What if school felt more like that? How can I help you? What systems, what words can I say? What sounds encouraging? It doesn't mean they're always going to get it right, but let's acknowledge that our version of motivating isn't working, and we need to help them anchor in their own version of what motivation can look like, so that they get up every day, no matter what school looks like, and they want to do their best every day.
And I think, there is something to be said for the fact that because nothing is normal, this is presenting a unique opportunity to look outside of the usual way of doing things.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure it is. And, again, when they decide, there's nothing more powerful ever. When anyone decides, the power of decision in the brain is shocking, what actually happens physiologically. So we want to help our teens do that, not because we're the monkey on the back. But here's the other problem with that, is as we are motivating our teen, we're also, so what did you get in that? How did your test go? How did you do with that? What grade did you get? Are you doing okay? Okay, let's just take a breath for a second and stand back. Here's an analogy for you. If you had a teenager who was struggling with body image and was showing signs of anorexia, which I hope you do not, but it does happen, would you ask that teenager all the time how many meals they had, how many calories they intake, what they weighed that day? Like, would you ask them that kind of question?
Right.
No, because it exacerbates the problem. And so as much as, of course, we want our teenagers to do well, and there is a reality, unfortunately, with grade inflation, that they need to do well in school in order to get somewhere else, I'm going to tell you right now, as parents, you have no idea the level of stress. That is literally all they think about, is their future and how they're going to do and what school they're going to get into. So the more you ask about what grade they got, what percentage, it's not helpful. Let's worry about our children's mental health and their level of happiness and character and confidence, and be less concerned about the numbers, because our children are more than a number. And the world isn't telling them that. So they sure need you to tell them that they are more than a number.
And they know, they're not oblivious, obviously. They go to school. They know what's required to get into university and college from the schools and their teachers.
Exactly. So they don't need it from us. What they need, one most important voice in their world, especially their parent, is to say, you're more than a number. I love you unconditionally. And again, I'm not saying you're not going to pay attention to this, and it's not important that you erase it from your mind either, but it's not what they need from you. What they need from you right now is do your best to be your best. Help them anchor that in, and encourage and love them. And I want you to actually say to them, you're not a number. You're not a grade. You're not a percentage. You're a human being. And that's what matters to me, because they're not hearing it from anywhere else.
So when you talk to teens on TikTok right now, because you're there and you share your videos there with parents and teens,
Yeah.
what are teens feeling right now? What are they telling you in your private messages?
So this was one of the reasons I wanted to continue this conversation with you today, because they are so stressed out. Their exact words, I wish I should have pulled one up on my phone, is, I am so worried about my future. And they are taking this, let me get you into their train of thought here. If I don't get straight A's, then I don't get into the college that I don't want, then I will not have the future that I need, then I'm going to be a failure to me and my parents, then I'm going to live under a bridge, and then I'm going to, like, this is literally where they're going. They have the entire failure trajectory already in their head.
Right. And as adults, we have the unique perspective to know just from experience that it doesn't actually work this way. You go off course a lot in life and come back. So
exactly. And this was the one thing that I've said to my kids, and I say to them as well. Yes, grades matter to get into post-secondary school. Yes, they do. I won't deny that. However, from post-secondary school onward, I mean, unless you're planning on doing a PhD or something like that, that grade doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You go ask any one of your teachers. I bet you some of them got D's. Some of them got A's. But it's irrelevant to who they are and what they bring to their practice was what grade they are. And that's exactly the point, Candace, is they don't have that perspective. All they have is the world shouting at them about grades. We need to give them that perspective.
Excellent. Okay, so for people who want to follow you and connect with you on social, where can they find you?
They can find me almost anywhere at Allie Payne, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's Allie Payne, Fierce Talk, Straight Love. And on my website, alliepayne.com.
Okay, amazing. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.